Right, Zoleka Mandela's memorial service is currently underway at the Mandela family home in Soweto. Let's now cross back to our senior reporter, Chriselda Lewis. Chriselda, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I would imagine it's any moment now before the memorial service kicks off.
Well, that's right, Unati. We're expecting any moment now that memorial service to get underway here in Soweto. At the family home, of course, the home where Mama Chriselda Mandela, of course, had lived. Family, friends, very close family dignitaries as well have also arrived here for that memorial service. Of course, you would know that while this memorial service is being streamed live and only close friends and family will come and pay tribute to the life of Zoleka here today. She will be buried tomorrow in a private burial. Her remains, her body will be brought here to the home later on this evening, and her body will move from here to the Four Ways Memorial Park. You'd know, of course, this is the same place where her mother had also been buried. And the family, of course, still reeling. You know, it's been a couple of years of very tough moment in terms of, death for this family. I want to bring in the family spokesperson and the brother of Zoleka Mandela, who is Zwelabo. Zwelabo, thank you very much for making time for us. We really appreciate it. Condolences to you and your family. A very sad moment indeed for your family.
Yes, I think... as you iterated earlier on, we have come to a lot of loss. We are currently still digesting everything that is going on, but doing our best to carry out this send-off with the dignity that my sister needed.
I mean, it's incredibly difficult. I mean, your sister is someone that you grow up alongside, you share a lot.
Yeah.
And she was incredible. I mean, looking at the comments from everyone around the country and across the globe about the strong person that she was. And despite that, she always had heart. She always gave.
Yes. That's very true, and how we've always related. It hasn't been, with my sister, a traditional kind of hierarchy in terms of how we relate. She always created the platform for ourselves to have some sort of dynamicism. And I've always been grateful for that, because then my perspective on things, continues to widen, and I can only just inherit the strength and, different approaches to life from her.
We knew Zoleka as an author, an activist, someone who documented her pain so bravely, but she was your sister.
Yes.
I mean, your fond memories of her in perhaps, things that we would not even be able to articulate on. As a brother, as a sister, standing side by side together, how was she?
That's the great thing about who Zoleka was. There was not much discrepancy from what you saw online and how we actually related. I think that's why, people gathered behind her so easily, because she was just that relatable, always open, always vulnerable, and able to just kind of change that and empower people through that channel. So, there's many fond memories, but for the most part, everyone caught the greatest glimpses of my sister, and I'm thankful.
Maybe you could talk us through what's expected to take place today, and of course the private burial which will take place tomorrow.
Yes. So as mentioned earlier on, we had to push back the time of the memorial. This was due to the logistics of family members and all loved ones that were coming from outside of the country, outside of the province, or had to just work late. So we tried our best to accommodate that. We are now here at the memorial. Earlier on, the woman of the family went to Kupane to, within alignment of tradition, go prepare Zoleka's body to arrive here in Orlando. So the memorial is about to take place, and not too long after, at about 5:45 close there, the men of the family will go and receive Zoleka and bring her back home where she will be placed. And then a night vigil will ensue in preparation for tomorrow's procedures. There will be a family gathering and prayer at about 6 a.m. And then people will head towards the church service, Bryanston Methodist, from 9 to 11. From that point, we will go to the private burial site at Foy's Memorial, where she will be placed next to her children, her mother and grandmother. And then, from that point, people will return back to Bryanston Methodist Church to have a meal together. Yeah.
Zoleka, thank you very much indeed. Condolences once again to you and your family, and thank you for speaking to us. You're incredibly strong. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you. Zoleka Mandela, who is the family spokesperson and the brother to the late Zoleka Mandela, just outlining for us the kind of person that she was. Him saying that online, offline, to them as family, she was the same person, incredibly strong. And the memorial service, of course, will get underway any moment now. That private burial will take place tomorrow, but her body will return here to the family home this evening. This is where it will rest until tomorrow. When the funeral itself gets underway, it will move then from here to the Bryanston Methodist Church. That's where the service will be taking place. And then after that, she'll be laid to rest at the Fourways Memorial Park. And that is where her final resting place will be. But that will be a private burial. I'll hand it back to you in studio for now.
Chriselda, thank you so much. Of course, a difficult time there for the family. And of course, Chriselda Lewis speaking to one of Zoleka Mandela's brothers as family and friends continue to attend and come through to the memorial service for Zoleka at the family home in Soweto. As Chriselda said, the private burial is to take place tomorrow. Of course, Zoleka died on Monday evening after a long battle against metastatic cancer, which had spread to various organs, including the hip, the liver, the lung, pelvis, brain, and spinal cord. As many people paid tribute to her, a lot of people saying that she fought valiantly against this disease. And of course, our condolences do go out to her family and of course her children.